This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
The award-winning Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University. Build the future you at Hodges University.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. We're glad that you stayed with us as we close out. Save the best for last. Get a chance to find out what's going on at Dunbar High School and what's going on with that football program over there. There's some distinguished guests in here. Get a chance to talk to the coach, Sammy Brown. Also get to talk to a standout superstar, Shannon Reid, the all-state linebacker. Let's bump you in.
Yes, sir.
Wait on Shannon. Nothing's in the cup to get you in trouble, Shannon. Both of you, welcome to Lee Pitts Live.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Good to get you here. Now, Shannon, start with you, man. I've had a lot of big-time football players come in here, boy, but your high school credentials look pretty impressive there.
Yes, sir.
All-state, and what other honors are you most proud of so far that you've gotten? I think the news press has selected you as
top 15.
Go ahead, run it down to me, bro.
News press selected me as top 15, number 3 in our Southwest Florida.
Okay, it's great. When you first, tell me a little bit about how you first got started in football. Were you one of those Pop Warner players that work your way up through the system, and now you're senior in high school now?
Yes, sir. As I can remember, I've always loved playing football since the age of 5. Like, that's when I really got into it, but later on down the line, I had to understand that understand that now it can be a bigger thing than just playing outside wise. So my mom signed me up for Pop Warner wise.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And now, were you always at linebacker, or you played various positions?
I played various positions.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Get used to this, man. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. All right, it's your practice.
Yes, sir.
Coach, Dunbar High Football has established itself as one of the preeminent high school football programs in Southwest Florida.
Right.
Tell me about the culture that is developed there. What do you try to get established? What type of culture?
Well, first of all, we want to make these young men successful men, you know what I mean, after they leave us. So we want to make sure we start a great foundation at the bottom. When they enter in 9th grade, we got a nice supporting staff to, try and get them acclimated to the high school and try and let them understand everybody doesn't come up and just play varsity. I mean, you got to work your way up through the ranks, and when your time comes, you got to be ready to perform. So we just really stress the fundamentals in our program and being right all the time.
What about academics? Where are you in terms of pushing that?
We have great principal, Mr. Burnside, and Curtis Terry. Those are our academic advisors, and those guys are right on top of it. I mean, we all have our what we do. We put it all together. Curtis does his part, Mr. Burnside does his part, then I do my part. I mean, so it's all one big family with us. I mean, we make sure the guys are doing what they're supposed to do in the classroom as well.
What about Shannon right here? How's he doing in the books?
Shannon Reid, he's over 3-point. I mean, he's ready to graduate in January, so he's done the work that he needs to do to be successful. So, I mean, that's one of the things that really sets him apart from any other player. Mm-hmm. Is you don't have to worry about him any outside social media, those kind of things. So he's just ready to play football.
Now, Shannon, you are going to a well-respected technical school, the only Microsoft certified school in the world.
Yes,
getting
sir.
that good technical. How do you feel when you know you're going to a great school like Dunbar High School, and you're getting a great education, and you're a standout football player? Is it like a dream come true?
Yes, sir. It's like a big role, just knowing that I can go from the community going to Dunbar High School, even though everybody talks bad about it. At the end of the day, I'm the one who goes there, just not based off of what everybody's saying. I have to go there at the end of the day. So, like, I take that as a big expectation, just by going to the school in a community just like ours. Like any other school, it's just the same problems at every other school.
Now, when you get to college, you're going to, of course, go to a Division I college. Harbaugh, Michigan, has already started hollering at you?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
When I went down to USF camp, USF in Michigan had a satellite camp, and I got to meet him and talk to him one-on-one while I was up there.
So you did some drills or something? He saw you do what?
I didn't really get to participate wise because he didn't even know I was coming up there. But the defensive coordinator, Don Brown, he knew I was coming, but he wasn't there at all because he had flew out that week before.
So, Coach, people like Shannon, their name on the radar screen some kind of way. Tell us
Correct.
about the radar screen
Well,
out there.
well, what we do at Dunbar High School is a little different than any other school. I mean, we set a 10, 12-day tour in the summer, and we hit the highway. I mean, this year we went to Mississippi State, left there, went to the Carolinas, hit all of those 4 schools up in the Carolinas. We left there, we went to the White House, went to the University of Maryland, left there, went to Rutgers, went to downtown New York, Times Square. So we just let the guys get out, see some things other than Fort Myers, let them know that, hey, there's some other stuff out there. I mean, a lot of those guys that I put in the van never left the city of Fort Myers.
Right.
So it was a great experience, and hopefully, I mean, that helps them want to get back out of here.
So when you go to these different colleges, what happens there?
Most time, like if we have a guy that's trying to get on the radar screen, he'll camp. But a guy like Shannon Reid, I mean, he's got a lot of accolades, so he didn't have to camp. He went on like what they call the visits. He just went to see the school, tour the school, see if it felt like home. Try and get down to the top 5 minutes. Got about 25 offers, so you want to get him down to like top 5, and then you can make a decision. So
Shannon, you seem so cool and laid back, and humble. Tell me about some values that your guardian, your parents may have instilled in you that you try to keep with you.
They instilled a lot. Just like my freshman year, like even though I was moved up to varsity and a whole bunch of my friends, they were playing still freshmen, I had to understand that I had a big opportunity wise, like to be the only freshman playing varsity wise, and I had to take advantage of that. Just going into my process of recruiting wise, knowing that it wasn't my time at the time and place, like I had to stay humble with the recruiting.
When you got the varsity, you actually got to play right there and there?
Yes,
right
sir.
There and there?
Yes, sir.
What were you at? You were at linebacker at that point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your main position when you go to college may be what?
They call it a star position. It's like a linebacker / safety position. Like either I can go cover man-to-man zone or I can play the ball.
Great. Coach, what do we have coming up your next game?
we'll be hosting South Fort Myers at Tiger Stadium.
When we look out there and see number 21, who is that going to be?
Me.
What's the prospects for Dunbar High School now? You're at the time of this interview, you're 1-0.
Yes, sir. We're 1-0 right now. I mean, we won our preseason game. That was just a tune-up. So we just beat Ida Baker 25-7. They got a nice program, but I think we're ready.
Now, I understand the band is big time too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Go ahead and shout them out.
Oh
Say
yeah,
something about the
we
band.
give a shout out to the band. You know, the band keep us going. When we hear the band, we crank up, baby. That's right.
Okay, well, it's, one final question for the football guy there. Go ahead and say something to your teammates, man. Give about 4 of them some publicity. Shout them out, man. They looking now. Shout them out. Call their name on TV. About 4 of them.
I'd like to get a shout out to Justin Michelle, Trayvon Kennedy, Isaiah Lyons, and Kenny Benjamin.
All right, you just made them famous, man.
That's it. Famous on Lee Pitts Live.
Hey, it's been a pleasure having you both on the show. I'm going to continue to track you, get you back in the future, and keep up the good work, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those, like all the fine people at Dunbar High School football program. We're doing it. We'll see you next week on Lee Pitts Live.
Lee Pitts Live is a Lee Pitts Enterprise production.